assembles the most vehicles in the country.
Another fun fact, everyone pays what we pay.
No, you get employee pricing. You get employee pricing.
Sam.
Yeah?
Everyone gets employee pricing.
And as creators, so much of our collaboration is digital, and I need the best internet available.
And so for us, Spectrum has a connection that is reliable, that keeps us connected.
We've got kids in college, kids in high school. The kids are on their phone streaming while gaming. What screen are you paying attention to? We really depend on Spectrum to be seamless. Its sound never lets us down.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Employee pricing across a full lineup.
Fun fact, Hank, Ford assembles the most vehicles in the country.
Another fun fact, everyone pays what we pay.
No, you get employee pricing. You get employee pricing.
Sam.
Yeah?
Everyone gets employee pricing.
Every day I will strive to have half as much as fun as you had in your 18 years with us.
Now at 5 a.m., celebrating the life of Braun Levy, the beloved high school tennis star is remembered by family and friends a week after the teenager was killed by an alleged drunk driver.
Then the sexual abuse trial of Sean Diddy Combs gets underway tomorrow. Who could be one of the first witnesses called to the stand?
Plus, giving his blessing, Pope Leo appears in front of thousands in St. Peter's Square for his first Sunday as the leader of the Catholic Church.
Now, Southern California's news leader, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good Sunday morning. I'm Tony Cabrera.
And I'm Irene Cruz. It's going to be a little cooler today. Yesterday was pretty toasty out. It was warm.
I have to say, I was like so excited for the heat. It's been so cool and cloudy. I was like, all right, it got a little too hot.
Tony, I feel like I owe you an apology because I always make fun of Tank Top Tony, but yesterday was Tank Top everyone.
Oh, yeah.
It was Tank Top Shayla. It was so hot.
You had to.
Yeah, well, today's going to be a little bit cooler.
Oh, goodness.
So we're moving in the right direction. Thankfully, this heat wave was short-lived. We are going to see cooler temps today and much cooler tomorrow. So for all the moms out there, it's still on the warm side if you're going to be out and about, but not nearly what we were talking about yesterday. The heat advisories have expired. We are just still seeing above average conditions. Right now, taking a live look at Irvine this morning, mostly clear skies for you, so we're not seeing much in the way of cloud cover to start off your Mother's Day. 63 degrees for you, so already warming up out there in downtown LA. A nice shot of the skyline, dark and early for you, 62 degrees as well. Also talking about those clear skies. So you'll notice still some patchy cloud cover in the mix. 63 for you in Palmdale, Wrightwood coming in 57. Big Bear, you're in the 40s to start off your Sunday. And heading toward the coast, 60s for you. 60 degrees in Santa Monica and Redondo Beach coming in 62. So today, you'll notice it is a little bit cooler. LA, Orange County, we're talking about the 80s again. Whew. Valleys, Inland Empire, not quite to the triple digits. Still in the 90s, though. High deserts will also be in the 90s. And look at this. Beaches, mountains, 70s for you today. So still, if you want to see cooler conditions, you're going to want to head to the coast. It is still a warm one, but like I mentioned, a big cool down coming for us. We'll break it all down in the full forecast. But for now, Tony and Irene, I'll toss it back to you guys.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Shayla. A Manhattan Beach community is struggling to cope with the loss of a beloved teen killed by a suspected drunk driver. Hundreds gathered yesterday morning on the beach to celebrate 18-year-old Braun Levy. Then last night, a celebration of life event was held at Loyola High School. He's being remembered as someone who befriended everybody and brought nonstop fun to every occasion. The high school senior was run over last week while walking on Sepulveda Boulevard. His family is now asking for support as they try to rebuild their lives without him.
It breaks my heart that UVA won't get to experience his light. I can't count how many times he called me and said, Adele, I'm so excited for college.
We need you guys to get us through this. Thank you for being here, and don't forget about us. This is going to be a long journey for us to recover.
33-year-old Jania Resha Belt was arrested following the crash. She's being held on $500,000 bail.
A man is in the hospital after being shot at Dockweiler Beach.
It happened yesterday evening while the beach was still packed. The victim, in his 40s, was shot in the chest. We know that he was still conscious when paramedics brought him to the hospital, but we don't know his condition this morning. No word on whether any arrests were made.
A suspect is still on the loose after a terrifying home invasion burglary in Granada Hills. It happened just after 9:30 last night on Kingsbury Street. A thief broke into the home and ransacked the place. Police aren't saying what was taken or if anyone was home at the time, but they did tell us no one was hurt.
The jury will be set and the first witnesses could be called to the stand to testify against Sean Diddy Combs as early as tomorrow. The former girlfriend of Combs, Cassie Ventura, is expected to testify. Combs is facing 5 federal counts for sex trafficking and racketeering. He's pleaded not guilty to all the charges. If convicted, he could be sentenced to life in prison.
Happening today, another round of high-stakes trade talks between the U.S. and China is now underway. The U.S. Treasury Secretary and high-ranking Chinese officials are in Switzerland. It comes amid President Trump's triple-digit tariffs on the Asian country, a dispute that would cut off trade between the two biggest global economies. Prospects for a major breakthrough appear to be slim. But Trump posted hours after yesterday's talks saying, quote, "Great progress made."
The city of Long Beach is releasing a port economic impact study tomorrow that'll forecast the impact of the tariffs. The first container ships carrying goods from China that have been hit with the 145% tariffs have started to arrive at the ports of Los Angeles and of Long Beach. It usually takes about 2 weeks to travel across the Pacific. Since the end of April, there have been a 40% decrease of ships docked at 2 ports. As of April 25th, there were 25 ships, but Friday, only 15 ships were docked.
New this morning, Pope Leo has given his first Sunday blessing in St. Peter's Square, calling for peace and wishing moms around the world a happy Mother's Day.
ABC's Patrick Reevell is live in Vatican City with the details. Patrick, good morning.
Hi, Tony, Irene. Yeah, we watched as Pope Leo stepped out onto the balcony here at St. Peter's Square to deliver this first Sunday blessing. Authorities estimate there were 100,000 people on the square to watch, and among them, of course, some Americans very excited to see this first American Pope.
USA! USA!
Arriving from the US, waving the stars and stripes as they walk to St. Peter's Square. Excited to witness a first American Pope deliver his first Sunday blessing there. Thousands from all over the world gathering on the square to receive the blessing from Pope Leo XIV from St. Peter's Basilica's balcony. The day before, the new Pope making his first trip outside the Vatican, visiting this ancient Augustinian shrine just south of Rome in Genazzano. People filling the streets to get a glimpse of this first American Pope. Returning to the Vatican, he stopped at St. Mary Major. A striking image, Leo kneeling in prayer before the tomb of his predecessor, Pope Francis. The Pope earlier that day making clear he wants to continue Francis's modernizing efforts to make the church more inclusive, laying out his own vision in his first meeting with cardinals, saying, "Let us take up this precious legacy and continue on the journey inspired by the same hope that is born of faith." Leo also singling out artificial